Sean Marks actually.
No.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Cut the music. What did I tell you, clowns? I told you, clowns, 3 months ago. All 3 of you, all 4 of you. I told you, dudes. And Chill up here, just the capologist that he is, bro. Chill up here. Nah, Ticket, man, I can't see him ain't getting no job, man. He ain't gonna hire. I told you, clowns. When you guys bet, always bet on Ticket, man.
Well,
everybody in the comment section,
oh,
man,
First of all, Ticket. First of all, it wasn't a career killer what Udoka did. Let's make sure we clear about that.
Saying that they wasn't going to hire him.
Right. I was saying that he wasn't going to get a job right away, and nobody thought that he was going to get a job right away.
I told you he was. I told you he was. Hold on. Rewind the tape. I told you. I said, bro, they're going to fire Steve Nash at the beginning of the season and hire Ime Udoka. You guys told me I was crazy. And then everybody in the comment section believe that foolishness when they should be riding with your boy.
I did tell you
straight
that.
Up. Huh?
I did tell you that. I did say that. I'll admit I did tell you were crazy.
Yeah, everybody said that too. Everybody told me I was crazy. And listen, here's the thing, right? This is the crazy part right here. And me and Elder talked about this earlier today. They ain't even asking no compensation for the dude. You know why? Because at the end of the day, bro, there was nothing that they could really do about it, man. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't really gonna try to push the issue with him. They didn't want to get into no nasty legal situation with him because we don't know what happened with the woman. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he got some evidence too. You feel what I'm saying? So it would have got ugly. So the best thing is let him go, let him do his job. Ime won, like I told y'all. He kept Nia alone. Now what he did was wrong. I agree with Elder and all y'all on that. What he did was wrong, Chill, Low, all y'all. But he kept Nia alone. She ain't leave him. He got to do whatever he did with all them chicks in Boston, right? Then he gets fired, and not even 2 weeks to the season, he gets rehired with a better job and more money. Man, Ime Udoka is the winner of the year already.
It's not a better job.
And I don't know if he's getting more money either.
But also, Sean Marks just said that they have not came to a conclusion about Udoka yet. He said no, absolutely not.
Of course, he's gonna say that. Sure,
I know, but it's not. All I'm saying is like we're jumping to the conclusion. There's nobody who said yes to this yet.
And hold on for a second. Ticket did tell us that the Boston Celtic crowd is going to be the crowd calling for Udoka. He didn't say nothing about Brooklyn. I remember him telling us that.
No, bro, I told you that Brooklyn was going to sign him. I said the Boston Celtic crowd when they start. Listen, I said when they start losing. I said the Boston Celtics crowd was going to be saying Ime. I said, but Brooklyn, KD and all of them was already working on this. KD and them been working on this. This just didn't happen. They've been working on getting Ime behind the scenes. Well, that's Steve Nash knew about this.
Steve Nash getting him and Brooklyn going their separate ways. We know that this didn't just happen today. We know that this was something that was in the works. No question. I ain't gonna fight that.
The other problem is that Ime was already a part of the team before. Like he was assistant. He was assistant in year one with Nash.
So why even go? So why
that's what I'm saying. Like,
why let him go to Boston? Why not just hire him right here?
But that's why I'm saying where I'm like that's why I go back to like the organization is just.
Well, after year one, ain't that when they lost on the toenail shot by old boy?
But what I'm saying is why not just hire him instead of Nash?
You don't have a reason to fire Nash.
I'm saying why even hire Nash if Udoka was already somebody who has assistant coaching experience, especially under Popovich. Why not just hire him? They had Udoka and D'Antoni on the bench, and they still decided to hire Nash.
Because those kind of guys, they never get those kind of jobs either, though. You're not seeing any of those guys get those jobs where a team is expecting to win a championship.
But you're also
they don't come in and get those jobs.
The most important part. You're also forgetting the most important part. That offseason when they got, are you talking about when they got KD and Kyrie? They wanted Nash.
That's what we said earlier. And then,
when I wasn't here. Oh, okay. You said that already. Okay.
But also
but you're saying why did they hire Udoka?
Yeah. But what I heard behind the scenes, they weren't. That wasn't their first choice. Steve Nash wasn't their first choice. They pretty much came to them and told them, well, this is who we want to go with. And they were like, cool, we'll take it. But they weren't endorsing those guys. They had other guys that they wanted before.
They were trying to push Mark Jackson. They were trying to push Mark Jackson, but they wasn't going for Mark Jackson. And
Kyrie wanted the cat from the Lakers, didn't he? He wanted the Lakers guy.
Kyrie wanted Phil Handy, and then KD and them was pushing. KD and them was pushing for KD and them was pushing for old boy for Mark Jackson. But what happened was the team they wasn't gonna move on to Mark Jackson. Ain't nobody trying to move on Mark Jackson. I told you, Ime Udoka had a better chance of getting a job after everything he did than Mark Jackson, which is crazy. But at the end of the day, this is how the world goes. But at the end of the day, I told y'all, Fluent, what's up, baby? What's going on, man? I told you, Ime, who stroked you, was gonna get a job.
Okay.
I told you, man. Okay. So,
who stroked you? He definitely.
Right, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how they gonna navigate this though, boy.
Yeah, but Ticket. That's the question I want to ask you next. They let's say they proceed forward. They do hire Ime. What does this change for Brooklyn? Does it now make them an instant championship?
Oh, he's already hired. First of all, he's already hired. He'll be announced after the game tonight. They'll announce that he's a new coach tomorrow. So he's already hired. The contract already been finalized. He's already hired. They're gonna wait till after this game with Jacques Vaughn to make the announcement. He changes everything because the first thing he's gonna do is when he goes in there, they're gonna make personnel moves. Right now, when you think about personnel moves. And also, he brings a lot more attention to the detail of defense, bro. Bro, it's not that KD and them guys can't play D, bro. Them dudes ain't trying to play D, man. And sometimes you need a coach that's gonna get on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big difference. Like let's take a perfect example. Everybody jumped on me for the first week of the NBA because the Lakers started out slow. But what's the one thing we seen from the Lakers? The Lakers playing D this year. That has kept them in every single game. That shows you that Darvin Ham has the attention and the respect of the team. They just can't shoot. But once they get a couple shooters, the Lakers going to be what I say they're going to be now that they got Russ in his right role. Now, let's go to the Brooklyn Nets. When you're looking at Ime Udoka, man, Ime Udoka's going to he comes from under that Popovich tree. He understands how to coach the game, bro. He understands personnel and things and adjustments they have to make. He knows that they have to go get a different type of personnel and make a couple moves in order to tweak up that roster. That roster is not good enough right now to win a championship. But I will say this, they will be playing Giannis in the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals now. Because I think Ime Udoka is that damn good of a coach. If you watch the adjustment he made in Boston, when that team was in disarray in the first half of the season, and he got on to flip the switch and turn it all the way around, he pushed all the right buttons all the way through the playoffs. And listen, he was tested. It wasn't like he was up every series. He was down series coming back and coaching them back to wins in those series. So you got to give him credit. Good scouting, good defensive game plan, understands how to take guys out of their game, understands how to break down film and take your strengths away from you. He knows everything that Jason Tatum and them guys want to do. So the Boston Celtics, to me, listen, you would have them as a slight favorite right now, but by the end of the season, the Boston Celtics ain't going to be a better team than the Brooklyn Nets. You watch what I tell you, bro. Ime Udoka's worth his dollar, man. I watch this guy coach. He know what he's doing, bro.
So let me make sure I'm understanding this from Low and from Ticket. I want to make sure I'm understanding this. So I got KD, who's in year 16, and I got Kyrie Irving, who's in year 12. These guys are who they are. But Udoka's going to come in, and he's going to turn these guys around, and he's going to turn them into defenders, and he's going to turn this team into a defensive juggernaut. Now, just so you know, Ticket, this Laker team that you were talking about, when Vogel was coaching them, they were at the top of the league defensively. Let's make sure that we 100% clear on that. They were at the top of the league defensively. They were always a good defensive team. The problem was AD was out of the lineup with injury. James was out of the lineup with injury. That was the problem with that unit. Now, when you talk about this Brooklyn Nets team, everything we've seen from Kevin Durant, everything we've seen from Kyrie Irving, that's it. You're not getting any more. So now you want to sell me that Udoka's going to come in and turn this thing around, and this team is going to be at the top of the East, and they're going to be in the Eastern Conference.
You missed my key words. My key words is, first of all, Ime Udoka is going to tweak that roster some, and then his lineups are going to change. He ain't going to have them saying guys in there, and then he ain't stupid enough. What you call it said something very smart today. He ain't going to have Ben Simmons trying to guard Giannis, man. Steve Nash had Ben Simmons trying to guard Giannis, bro. That's not finna happen. You're supposed to have him guarding the wing. You're supposed to have him guarding the elite wings, not no Giannis Antetokounmpo. So they got Ben Simmons out there trying to guard the big man in the league, trying to take attacks on a toe. He guarding out there guarding power forwards out of his position. So you eliminated him. And listen, let's just be honest. The Boston Celtics, they had good defenders on their team, but they wasn't doing anything defensively or offensively until Ime took over midway through the season and just changed the whole team. He was a head coach from the start, but he took over and changed the whole mentality. And they bought in. Listen, my thing is, they got it's gonna be good. Listen, they got a couple moves they can make, bro. Listen, coaching goes a long ways in the NBA, bro.
29th defensive team, a top defensive team.
Coaching, I guarantee you what he made.
They stink right now.
I guarantee you by the end of the year,
start paying attention to basketball.
I guarantee you at the end of the year, they will be up at 19 defensively. With Ime Udoka. I guarantee you, bro.
That's still a bottom.
What about all those dirty little?
No, but hold on. But you're looking at where they're going from. They're last place right now. I'm talking about last place. They'll move up 10 slots. Bro, y'all got to understand something. Coaching means something in the NBA, bro.
Yes, it
does. Sometimes you got to listen. Hold on. Watch this. LeBron's in year 20. Russ is in year 16. Them dudes ain't young. AD is terry cloth. That means he's very soft. But guess what? Here's the thing. When you're a good coach and you understand positioning, when you understand defensive strategy, look at what Darvin Ham has done with the team. So otherwise, dudes who maybe not as great as defenders because of the age. When you're putting dudes,
can we get a timeout on? Can I get a timeout ticket? Because you're talking about guys who played defense.
Thank you.
And were a top defensive team 2 years ago, and last year lacked effort. Darvin Ham got effort out of them, and now yes, they're back as a good defensive team. The Nets,
but you also look at that strategy, bro.
Listen. There's no effort and there's no
fluent.
You know,
you're looking at strategy, fluent. Watch this. Let me tell you one thing. You're looking at strategy. When I'm looking at Ime Udoka, I'm looking at strategy. You know what he did? Ime Udoka, I noticed one thing about him. He studies players' games better than a lot of these coaches. He did something that no other coach could do to the KD. He made KD look normal. Nobody did that since 8-9 years ago.
That had 5 or 6 really good.
But listen. Okay, so hold on. So why hold on. But why Brad Stevens couldn't get none out of him all them years? It's coaching, bro.
You're right.
Listen,
I agree. We agree with the coaching. We agree.
Okay, so watch this. Okay, so time out. You guys can go. You guys can go against me. You can go against me again, and you'll be wrong again.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.